It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tip-off coming up shortly from Smoothie King Center as the New Orleans Pelicans will be going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And they call him the Unicorn. Kristaps Porzingis lacing him up tonight.
That's a horse.
That doesn't. How would you know what a unicorn sounds like?
Wait.
How would you know what a unicorn sounds like?
Kenny first. That's what, Kenny?
That's a horse.
And a unicorn is what?
It's a
horse with a horn in his head. Thank you. I rest my case. It's a horse with a horn coming out of his forehead.
There's no such thing.
Why don't you tell me about his skill set?
Anyway, he's not just 7 feet, he's 7'3". And I don't think there's ever been a player his height who can handle and shoot the ball the way he does.
Well, I handle the ball. You could handle the ball like that.
Yeah, but I'm not 7'3". I'm 6'11".
Oh,
you're not 6'11".
I'm 6'11" and 19/4 inches of a quarter.
Oh, my gosh.
I am.
You know what? Some international players, they do get that soft label coming over because they don't like to come in the paint because they used to shoot the three. But now that label is gone, ripped off, because now they've changed the American game into that. So now everybody's soft.
You're 7'3", 416 pounds.
Nope. Minus 16
okay,
pounds.
415 pounds.
No, your math is off.
Here's Kevin Harlan. I'm right, you know it.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it on the floor. He is for real. Kevin?
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. We're about halfway through the season, Smitty. At this point, how much can teams really improve?
I think if you have younger guys, you start to see those guys develop. And then also if you have a lot of new guys, you see the chemistry start to form. And then a lot of times you can improve when you have guys coming back from injuries. A lot goes into a season. It's a roller coaster kind of effect, but it's good when you start to see teams put it together at the halfway point.
All about managing time, managing games, and injuries.
You're so true.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Hardaway. Wright is out there with Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis. And it's Powell in at the 4 slot. Curry attacking. Excellent D there from Holiday. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Back to Favors. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Lobs it up for Favors. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Curry, and he banks in the layup. Curry's got his team on the board to start the game for the Mavs.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Now here's Okafor. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Ball no good. Hardaway with a wide open look. Here's Powell. Holiday with the block. Pass the ball. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about the concentration from Ball? Not allowing himself to be denied. Really got to wrap him up on these shots to prevent the bucket.
One shot, gentlemen.
Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Ingram kicks to Okafor. To the middle. Here's Favors. Powell with the steal. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Wright. Hardaway for three. Dallas again missing. Now here's Ball. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Wright with it. Now guarded by Ball. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Drills it from outside. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Pelicans trail. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Ball, the pass to Okafor. Out to Ingram for three. Good on the triple.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Wright. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. A three from Porzingis. Favors with the rebound. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. The pass to Ball. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Here's Curry. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Curry's got his second basket.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Okafor. He kicks it to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Porzingis. And Alvin Gentry's been coaching in the NBA for almost 3 decades now. Steve, he knows how to get things done.
And a lot of what Gentry does is gives his players freedom. As long as they take care of business, he won't meddle too much. Does a great job of managing personalities and keeping egos in check.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. You look at this Pelicans offense, Steve, it's a very free-flowing system.
Yes, this team loves to make the extra pass to get an open look. They were 3rd in the league last season in team assists per game. The back cuts they make and the willingness to share the ball are what teams strive for on the offensive end.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hart's checked in.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Ingram. 8 points his last outing, and that one's good by Favors.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Barea against Ball. Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. Favors against Lee. Over Favors. And that one hits back iron. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Okafor kicks the ball. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Some changes for New Orleans. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Favors. Etwan Moore comes in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. J.J. finding the open man.
The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Kleba. Over Miller. And too long on the shot. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And Redick kicks to Miller.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance. An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Okafor. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot from 12. Another one falls for New Orleans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Barea against Redick. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
Here's Hart, covered by Lee. Hart the pass to Okafor. Knocks it loose. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for J.J. Barea. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's putting up 13 points a game, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Now here's Lee. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. Just 5 on the clock. Okafor with the steal. Miller dishes to Redick. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Hart, covered by Lee. The shot's good. Hart's got his first points of the game. Mavericks trail by 4. Lee with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the night here. Frank Jackson, he's checked in for Josh Hart. In today's game, it's so important to have a high-level talent who can make contested shots.
Yeah, it is. I mean, some of those guys are LeBron James that make shots with guys hanging all over them. Kevin Durant because of his size. Kemba Walker, Damian Lillard. What I love right now is guys are comfortable to be able to shoot contested shots, not like we did back in the day. You would just move it and try to get a better shot. I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Broke off, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. In third, the Pelicans.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
And it It's tied up with that one. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Jackson kicks to Okafor. Lock at 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Courtney Lee.
Etuan Moore isn't a guy who draws a lot of fouls, but right there, his aggressiveness gets him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Etuan Moore gives you the production, but he also gives you the intangible. He plays like an older brother.
And so Moore nails both of them. Here's Barea. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
Kicks to Lee. To the inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Moore finds Reddick. Pass to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Reddick. Off target from outside. Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson passes to Moore. Feeds it to Okafor. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pelicans trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Moore kicks to Okafor. Will it go? And Miller with the lay-in.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Lee against Reddick. The pass to Barea. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Here's Jackson. Smitty, you look at how teams run their offensive sets. Are we in a pick-and-roll era right now, or has the tide shifted away from that a little?
No, I think so. I think we're looking at a lot of teams running pick-and-roll, especially we have 2 fantastic players involved. It's hard to defend, especially when there's a great talent at the guard spot and a big. Then it's hard for you to switch.
Take a break.
But I'm looking at right now, because of spacing, because of the use of the corner 3, we're looking at a lot more pick-and-rolls used at the top of the key versus when I played, we used a lot of side pick and rolls.
And not just smalls given to bigs, but bigs throwing down low to smalls.
Yeah, and a lot of these bigs are running the pick and rolls, and the guards are setting the picks.
Right. Some changes for New Orleans. Favors comes in for Okafor, and it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick. And then for Dallas, Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Courtney Lee, and it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. And so Jackson nails both of them. And it's Wright with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
Well, they still should have been more active on defense, giving those guys a run for their money.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans trail by 3. Holiday surveying the floor. Miller finds Favors. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
1:39 left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson against Wright. The shot that time not on target. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Tipped away. And it's Etuan Moore with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He misses the free throw. New Orleans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. And he sinks the second. .121 left here in the first quarter. Miller outside. Back to Hart. Over Hardaway. Hart, no good. The Mavericks leading. Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Marjanovic has got 13 points.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Here's Hart. He had 13 points in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Dallas with a change here, too. Curry's checked in. Now here is Holiday. He had a big outing in that Mavericks game as well. Jackson kicks to Ingram. Shoots over Powell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And right, here we go. It's tipped. Here's Hart. Over Hardaway. Misses off the left iron. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
Favors is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Holiday, then it's Ball, and it's Hart in at the 3. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Wright, 4 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Last season, Drew Holiday had a breakout year. The UCLA product had career highs in scoring and efficiency. A lot had to do with he played off the ball. He played a lot of 2-guard.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
I'm loving this one. It's been back and forth with these lead changes. It's probably going to just come down to who has the ball last.
Here's Curry. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound. Porzingis kicks to Powell. Porzingis passes to Wright. Second shot opportunity. Good D by Holiday. And Smitty, as we were talking about Holiday spending more time at shooting guard lately.
But what I like, Kevin, he was still able to create for others effectively. The move allowed him to be much more aggressive in looking for his shot. People weren't sure of the change at first, but he looks right at home when he's playing off the ball.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Now here's Wright. Outside for Curry, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with your athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trail Blazers. Those two teams, I think I had my best run.
Now here's Wright. Tipped away. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Favors passes the ball to the middle. Here's Ingram. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. And again, no good by New Orleans. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Mavericks. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
I was honestly shocked they let the lead go. They need to learn how to manage the clock and lead better as the season goes on.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Okafor is checked in for Drew Holiday.
A moment here to see some numbers for Powell. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's putting up 9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now here's Curry. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Hardaway for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. First in scoring, second in blocks, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Ingram dishes to Okafor. And the foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. J.J. Barea is checked in for Wright. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Favors at the elbow. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Powell, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That is his 1st foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell, and Lee's subbed in for Hardaway.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Barea kicks to Kleber. Here's Porzingis. Tries yet again, and he lays it up and in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Ball, the pass to Favors. Now Okafor. And here is Ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. Second, Porzingis.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. Mavericks trailed by 3. Barea kicks to Kleber. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and he hits it to tie the game up. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
Curry looking it over. Outside, Porzingis. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Look at New Orleans. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. And, of course, Dallas, 2 games back.
And I think for New Orleans, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
Kleba. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lobs it up for Favors. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
They get a hand on it. Kleba, the pass to Lee. And Curry has it in the corner. Unable to get that one. And New Orleans will come the other way. Down low, here's Okafor. The Pelicans have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. No good on the free throw. Some changes for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore is checked in for Favors. Jackson comes in for Josh Hart. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Lee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lee's got his second basket of the night. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Ingram. 13 points in the game. Now Redick. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lee outside. Brokoff. Another 3 for Dallas.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Moore against Barea.
Two shots, gentlemen. 2.
The Pelicans have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw.
And you have to knock down your free throws, especially when you're trying to make up ground. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Barea. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Six to shoot. It's tipped. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Mavericks. Now here's Moore. Defense right on him. Jackson kicks to Ingram.
Who's watching here?
Back to Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Lee finds Barea. Back to Lee. Brokoff, guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Marjanovic down low, covered by Okafor. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Second chance opportunities. The great equalizer.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Moore dishes to Redick. Marjanovic against Okafor. It's tipped. Here's Ingram. It's deflected, and they get it back. The shot by Redick, no good. Dallas has gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Marjanovic.
And a quick look at the numbers for Ingram. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
The first free throw is good. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Lee. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Drew Holiday, Steve, is such a huge factor on the defensive end whenever he's on the floor.
You know, it's been a focus for him to step his game up on that end of the floor. He moves his feet so well that guys can't just blow by him. Numerically, the way he discourages shots at the rim, it's like having a defensive center on the floor.
The Pelicans have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. Now here's Barea. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by Redick. Outside Holiday. And not sure what he was thinking there. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Holiday. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Ball going up court, and he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wimp.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Puts it up from 12, and Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Okafor. Okafor's got 4 assists now tonight. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. .157 left in the first half. Holiday with the block. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He did a stellar job throwing his body into the mix and coming up with the easy tip in.
A minute 42 left to play here in the half. Now here's Wright. He's guarded closer. They need this to the middle. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Marjanovic.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Moore passes to Redick. 1:09 left here in the second. Okafor with no one around. The three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks trail by 4. Moore with the steal. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Moore's got 7 points.
And there it is again. They get careless with the basketball, and immediately it costs them.
And right, here we go. He gets that one.
Well, that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Pelicans leading by 4. Redick with it. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. Top of the key, Holiday. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
Williams, he's checked in for New Orleans. Here's Brunson. Passes to Wright. Outside Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And Okafor with the block. Here's Moore. He's got 7. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Here's Wright. Banked in off the glass. Up in time. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Well, their shooting accuracy was on point. It was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. On the court for the Mavericks, Hardaway is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Wright in at the point. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break Dallas for the tie. And Okafor with the block. And he gets it back. A clear look for Hardaway. And it's all evened up. Hardaway has got the first basket of the second half here for Dallas.
He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
Ball against Curry. And here is Ball. Here's Okafor. The rebound by Marjanovic.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Holiday against Curry. To the inside, taken away by Holiday. They're running up the floor. Ingram wide open. Here's Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Wright. He's averaging 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And the Pelicans with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Okafor. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Can't cash in from close range.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Hardaway for 3. Connects from three-point range. Hardaway has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Right side favors. Outside Holiday. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Have to love the patience of Holiday. Excellent pump fake to get the defender in the air.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. All 3 throws good from Drew Holiday.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Ball. He has 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And here's Ingram from the arc. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the 3. Second, Porzingis.
And you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
To have big men like these who can give you points from inside and outside gives teams an added dimension that teams love to have.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
A reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Pelicans trail by 5. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the 3rd here. Ingram against Hardaway. Now here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. No good. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop. And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ingram outside. And Hart has it in the corner. That shot wide open. Hart's got 10 points in the game.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
And Wright kicks to Porzingis. Over Okafor. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Ball.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
And the Mavericks call time here. And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for DeLon Wright. They get a hand on it. Kleber, the pass to Lee. He kicks to Curry. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Ball with the bucket.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Now here's Barea, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Lee against Ball. Kicks it to Okafor. To the middle. Here's Hart. The Mavericks pull it in.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
And you look at J.J. Barea and how he's played over the years, has always been a spark plug for a team off the bench. It just plays with energy and creativity no matter the situation.
Come to me.
Here's Kleber. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And with Barea and what he brings to the table, Greg, he also takes care of the ball.
A lot of guards who are bench threats can get a little sloppy or careless with the ball. And Barea has been upping his assists and cutting his turnovers the last few seasons, still finding ways to be effective even after a decade in the league.
Here is Barea. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Pass to Kleber. Ball against Barea. Okafor, the pass to Ingram, and he converts the layup. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Barea finds Porzingis. Back to Barea. Outside, Porzingis. No good on the triple. For New Orleans, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Hart, that's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Barea against Ball. Unloads from 13. The shot misses. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. There's the feed to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Watch out. When Favors gets loose around the rim, he can pound it.
Here's Hart. Goes back up. Second chance shot. And Favors finishes it off. Favors has got 4 this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And the Mavericks call time here. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
New Orleans making some changes here. Morris checked in for Okafor. Frank Jackson comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Here's Barea. Count the basket and the foul. That's on J.J. Redick.
Attacking on the interior, I like that attitude.
For Dallas, they have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Barea. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Hart. He's got 12. Moore outside. Pulls up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And so here is Dallas. Lee kicks to Barea. Outside, Porzingis from deep.
Favors uses every inch of his frame to his advantage on defense. He is a physically imposing player who makes shooters uneasy.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 1. Outside, Redick. And Hart has it in the corner. Over Lee. Hart, no good. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Right, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea against Redick. Barea, the pass to Lee. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And Redick kicks to Jackson. Over Barea. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Here's Hart. 12 points for him. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Hardaway's checked in for Lee. Here's Redick. No good off the front iron.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Now let's jump over to the 2K leaderboard to get an idea of which big men have been this season's most elite low post scoring threats. Number 1, Porzingis.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 8. Moore right side. Redick. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
As a defender, the last thing you want to do is send a shooter like J.J. Redick to the free throw line.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Redick.
J.J. Redick, the former Blue Devil, has really developed into one of the game's most deadliest shooters.
And both free throws good for Redick.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second. And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
For Dallas, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Pelicans trail by 6. The pass to Hart. Down low. It's stolen by Barea. Outside, Porzingis. Now Barea. He's got 6. And the layup's good off the glass. Barea's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Jackson, trailing here by 8. 1:39 left in the third quarter. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Moore's got his third basket of the night.
I love how Etuan plays the game. He was very consistent in college, and he's brought it to the next level.
He misses the free throw. And the Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Good on the second free throw. There's 1:26 left in the third. Here's Hart. He's got 12. To the left wing. Holiday, the pass to Hart. Shot clock at 5. Back to Holiday. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low. And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half, now above 50% for the game.
Favors against Porzingis. And Favors kicks to Hart. Back to Favors. Fires for 3. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sure hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Holiday against Barea. Passes it to Porzingis. Over Moore. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Dallas with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
With a sense of urgency right now, okay? We can't hold back. We can't give up easy baskets. We can't give up mistake baskets, okay? We got to lock in.
Well, it's obvious they're in this game. He's begging them to stay engaged no matter what.
And Kevin, this one is far from over. I like seeing Coach Gentry urging his group on like this.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got J.J. Redick. Hart is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. And it's Holiday in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Barea. Redick with the rebound.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Shot on the wing and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Right with it. Now guarded by Redick. Inside, Barea. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Barea's got 10 points in just the second half.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Okafor against Porzingis. Okafor kicks to Hart. New Orleans moving it around. Off target from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Redick. Pass to Okafor. Moore outside. Shoots over Powell. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And right, here we go. That one good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Hart. Back to Holiday. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Lonzo Ball comes in for J.J. Redick. And Dallas also making a switch. Curry's checked in for J.J. Barea.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
Moore dishes to Okafor. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
He has a score-first mindset. E'Twaun plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
Now here's Curry. Outside Hardaway. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Here's Ingram. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
Now here's Wright. He kicks it to Powell. Hardaway finds Curry. From deep three-point range, Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Ingram on the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Ingram's got 23.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Moore against Curry. Now the dish to Powell. Now the pass to Porzingis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Holiday.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Ball against Wright. And Favors kicks to Ingram. Rebounded by Hardaway. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Mavericks leading by 15. Now here's Wright. Dishes it to Powell. Here's Hardaway.
And really, Ingram is as complete a player as they come. Not only awesome on offense, but just spectacular on D as well. And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Wright looking around. Outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Ingram against Hardaway. Pass the ball. Okafor kicks to Holiday. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these, able to power through contact and finish.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And so here is Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. To the inside. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Ball against Curry. Trying his luck deep. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Right against Ball. Porzingis inside. Sinks that one from the post. Porzingis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
I love the anticipation right there for the pick. Then he wastes no time getting up court.
Now here's Ingram. Kicks it to Favors. Shoots over Marjanovic. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Dallas leading by 19. Outside Curry. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
For 3, Ingram, and the foul on Drew Holiday. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. J.J. Barea checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Outside Curry.
I got him.
When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements. but I don't think that'll be a problem.
And here's Barea after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Outside, Porzingis goes up to the stripe. Good as the jump shot falls. Porzingis has got 26 points.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Now here's Ingram.
Yeah, ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
That's good from Ball. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Steve, looks like we may not have any more sleeved jerseys anymore. As you look back, is this the end of an era or the end of an error, a mistake?
Either way, I am happy, Kevin. I just didn't like the look.
I am too.
And I couldn't imagine being a player, being able to try to shoot the basketball with sleeves.
It made no sense.
Not at all. So I'm looking forward not to see guys wearing, I would call it T-shirts.
Yeah. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Barea with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Barea's got 12 points in just the second half. Barea against Ball, jacks up a three, and that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Ball against Barea. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Barea. Hardaway against Holiday. Clock at 4. 14 feet away. Again, the Mavericks score.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
I like that they're trying to maximize the value of each possession, and you know their coach likes it.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. Here's Okafor, the kick out to Holiday. Buries the 20-footer.
So often Drew creates with the ball in his hands. This time the play is created for him.
Here's Dallas. They're on a 17-7 run. Barea with it. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. And no good. Excellent D there from Okafor. Lets it go. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Barea finds Porzingis. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's now 30 points for Porzingis.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Porzingis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And the Pelicans with possession here. To the paint, reverses, Ball with the bucket.
And the focus there, when Ball is close to the rim, he's really good at getting good shots up and over the defense.
And here's Barea. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Excellent D there from Holiday. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. But he stays with it. Here's Ingram. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
And he's good on the second. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Wright nails both of them. 11 seconds left in the game. Now Ball. Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range. Off target with that shot. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.